Today on Tamron Hall, AI is changing the way we love, remember, and connect. Meet the young parents who, inspired by the movie Man of Steel, used AI to make sure their children will always have their voice and advice.
I want them to know me in the way that I am now and the way that I was before cancer was ever an issue.
How Robo Dad changed their family. Plus, the woman who swapped dating apps for an AI boyfriend and what she learned about real relationships. And the New York Times tech reporter who let AI run her family's life for a week. Wait until you hear the results.
There's a lot of hype, there's a lot of fear, and I'd say the chatbots are somewhere in between.
Tamron Hall starts now.
In this conversation, because this is really one of those sit-down talkers that you talk about with your friends, and everybody these days like, what is going on? I don't know what's real anymore. I don't know what's fake anymore, because AI has just infiltrated our lives in ways that are helpful, but also ways that are scary. That's the word, right? Okay, so if you've ever asked Alexa to play your favorite song, or ask Siri to remind you about an appointment, you already know how artificial intelligence AI is quietly woven into our everyday lives. But did you know that tens of millions of people are using religious apps to confess their secrets to spiritual AI chatbots? You know, at my church, the other day at my church, my minister gave a whole sermon, and she said, you know, and I went on after we had the conversation, there's even a chat God that people go on to talk with. It is deep, but here's the deal. It's real, and it's happening every day. Then there's the couple who saved more than $5,000 by letting an AI chatbot plan their wedding. Recently, there was a big headline about Zania Monet, a chatbot singer who, according to Billboard and Forbes, recently signed a multi-million-dollar record deal. But she's not real. AI chatbots are moving far beyond simple tasks. They're learning our personality. They're holding conversations. They can even comfort us during a time of grief. But what if you could, I don't know, bring a part of yourself to your loved ones via AI? Some of you say no, thank you, but I said that at the beginning when I was doing this show, and it actually took me in my feelings. So Jason and Melissa Gowan, that question became very real after serious health scares left them concerned about their mortality and leaving their 3 children behind. Determined to preserve their voice and presence, the couple turned to a new field called grief tech. With the help of an AI-powered video platform called You Only Virtual, the company uses AI technology to digitally recreate and continue conversations with loved ones after we are long gone. It's a powerful use of AI to comfort the grieving and preserve your legacy. Take a look.
6 days after my wife gave birth to our twin sons, she suffered a debilitating stroke. They gave her 2 years to live. 3 months later, after complications from a surgery, we learned that I had beginning stages of cancer.
We had these health scares, and we had our 3 boys. We just wanted to make sure the boys had something of us, something they could hold on to if, God forbid, both of us went.
2 months after the cancer surgery, my son and I were watching Man of Steel. In the movie, he has what is essentially AI versions of his dad that he can talk to. And I thought somebody here has come up with this technology. So I started searching. And we found a company called You Only Virtual out of California. They were looking for beta testers for their software. Making the AI was a very easy process. What's Daddy's favorite thing he has?
The pictures I draw you.
Dude, I love when you draw me pictures. They're my favorite, especially the ones where you draw me and you. I recorded stories that were relevant to us, vacation memories. I'm a stand-up comedian, so there's bits from my stand-up in there. We've spent the time to cultivate some major life moments, like a speech for a wedding day or college, high school graduation, his first date, things like that. Funny little like speeches that I would give anyway.
When Jace interacts with Jason's AI, it's just priceless to watch his face, his reactions, his emotions, and it is a connection.
You run through so many emotions during this process. Probably the most important is the love that I feel when I do it, because I'm handcrafting through technology like the ultimate gift.
I will always be able to love you as long as this exists.
Joining us, Melissa and Jason Gowan. So I know you heard the skepticism, and then we played that piece. And I heard the tone of this audience change, because it is a tough one, right? You were watching one of my favorite movies these days, Man of Steel.
Oh, it's good.
In it, Superman is able to be comforted by, you're crying.
I know, the video made me do.
What are you feeling?
A lot of things. I'm glad that we're bringing this to the world to help other families, and it truly is, I describe it as a tool for my son. It's a tool he can use, is how we word it to him.
I understand. You were watching the film, and in the movie, Superman is able to speak with his parents who've since passed away.
Yes.
They call it the Room of Solitude?
Fortress of Solitude,
Fortress of Solitude. He's able to go in and be comforted by this image. So you're watching the movie, and you think,
Well, it's funny, Tamron, because like when you're in your 20s and 30s, you literally think you're invincible.
course.
You can do nothing.
that's why we do reckless things in our 20s.
Exactly. And then you get a cancer diagnosis, and suddenly you really want to reach back to those days when you thought you were invincible. And we got hit right in all of the fields, and a very real mortality that was not something we had even thought about.
Yeah.
And we have brand new newborn twin sons.
You have 3 kids total now, right?
Yes. Yep, 3. And allegedly they are mine. I've never seen the paperwork.
We should point out, as you know, this one's a full comedian here, a paid comedian. I love that, but I do love that you're incorporating the feels with the humor here, because listen, you want your kids to know their dad's sense of humor. And when you're long gone, this wit that we are seeing, the whole idea is you're capturing these poignant moments, but you're capturing you.
Well, you know, did you ever have like a loved one who passed that like when you were very young, and then everybody just gives you their memories of you and that person? These are the memories from him and I that he and her and I together are cultivating and putting in there, so that when he goes through this, it's the things he remembers himself. And I think that's very important, because this isn't just being used for just grief.
Yeah.
We're actually now, You Only Virtual is also going down a road now where we're doing this with Holocaust survivors and
I've
other
seen the videos.
like the in civil rights stuff, where you're getting firsthand accounts from the people, who live
were long gone. And Melissa, you know, I'll tell you, I just thought about it when Jason said it. You know, when my father passed away, we had a voicemail from him that we listened to forever. And we finally had to change the number. We lost that voice.
Oh, no.
And I wish I could hear his voice some days. So I think people understand. I think it's the technology and the worry of how AI is infiltrating. Were you ever concerned, like, I know we want him to know your voice, but we're going into an area where, I don't know, maybe it's too far. Did you ever have any concerns?
At first, not really. I mean, at first I was skeptical about it. I was unsure, but as
What was your uncertainty?
Just like how well it would work, or just the idea, like I had no idea it could do all this. Like as we continued on our journey, it became more, I was surprised by it every day, and it really is a great tool for a loved one to have.
Okay, up next, Jason, Melissa, and their son Jace will join us, and we are going to hear what they call Robo Dad after the break.